I pitched some ideas that are in Mrbeast video.
The game would consist of a very big Jenga tower.
Bring it on in, whoever you're duct taped to, and you'll be going head to head in giant Jenga.
I'm not saying Mrbeast stole my ideas.
In the prizes of the previous game, I would put some feastable bars with a golden ticket, but without telling them.
Inside one of those chocolate bars is a message that tells them to come back to the middle.
I'm only saying that I pitched some good ideas, so damn good that Mrbeast used them. What does it take to be part of Mrbeast team? Well, I made myself that same question in the beginning of this year. I made a video explaining the whole process. If you want to watch it later, be my guest. Now, before I show you the video I sent to Mrbeast, let me tell you that I had to pitch a viral 12 minutes idea with the title
Last to leave the desert island wins it.
At the time, Mrbeast didn't have the 300 million subscribers, so of course I thought I was pitching the idea for that specific video. But when Mrbeast accomplished the 300 million, he made this video.
I've gathered 50 of the biggest YouTubers on the planet.
And whichever one lasts the longest in this cube wins that $1 million for their subscribers.
I pitched some ideas that are in Mrbeast video. I'm not saying Mrbeast stole my ideas. I'm only saying that I pitched some good ideas, so damn good that Mrbeast used them. So before I tell you about his response, let's watch the video I sent to Mrbeast and his team.
Hi guys, my name is Raimund, I'm 25 years old and this is my pitch idea for Last to leave the desert island wins it. We would have Mrbeast in the middle of the desert island with 20 people around him and it would be a last to leave type of challenge. He would start with something like this. I brought 20 of my subscribers to this desert island. Whoever leaves it last wins it. Every morning there will be a voting where the contestants will choose to either have a challenge where people get eliminated or to continue the last to leave challenge as usual. So time to vote. Every challenge the top finishers would receive prizes related to the challenge and the bottom finishers would be eliminated. The first challenge would be creating their own camping site. And the first challenge would be something like this. You have to build your surviving site. You have to build your tent and your food storage. The first 5 people to finish will receive better pillows, heating equipment and night light for your comfort. And the 5 last people to do it will be eliminated. And the challenge would be seeing people just rushing to build their own tent. I think it's nice. Fast forward to the next morning and Mrbeast and the crew would appear and it would say, it's time for another vote. What do you think? Challenge or no challenge? My idea for the second challenge would be a sand castle challenge. They would be doing in teams and there would be judges where the most voted team would have a prize and the prize would be a chef's meal. Yes, I'm thinking about bringing a personal chef, a professional chef, to the middle of a desert island, but you said to believe in everything. So that's the idea. And of course, the team with the least votes would be eliminated. But yeah, fast forward to the third day and would be exactly the same. Time to vote, you already know what to do. Third day, third challenge, we are talking about 10 people if no one got eliminated in between things. And the third challenge that I'm thinking about is obstacle course, but with the twist. The obstacle course would have 3 main obstacles. And in the beginning of those main obstacles, they would have a bag of weight. That bag would represent a certain price. If they want to get that price when they cross the finish line, they would have to carry that bag of weight. And the twist is that the more they progress, the better the price gets, but the heavier. So people couldn't get that greedy. So the first prize would be snacks. End of this challenge, of course, we would see people enjoying their prizes, people would grab the snacks, we have their feastables, and then we would say goodbye to 4 people. So we are talking about 6 contestants in the end of day 3. And then vlogging, fast forward to the next day, the challenge would be dividing everybody into teams, but with a twist, because they are already living more than 3 days together. They already know each other, they already have friends, people they like and people they don't like that much. So in the prizes of the previous game, I would put some feastable bars with a golden ticket, but without telling them. And people that found the golden ticket would be the captains of their team.
Inside one of those chocolate bars is a message that tells them to come back to the middle to get 3 days worth of food.
And then the 3 people with the golden tickets would choose orderly who's their partner in this challenge without knowing the challenge. So we have 3 pairs. The game would consist of a very big Jenga tower for each team.
Bring it on in, whoever you're duct taped to, and you'll be going head to head in giant Jenga.
And each team would have their own color, so their Jenga tower would be the color of their own team. We would play in rounds, so round 1, everybody has to take 1 block from the tower, but as they take off that huge block of Jenga, they could give the block to another team, and that team would need to put the Jenga block on their own tower. And I think this is a very psychological thing, because not only you are playing very carefully, but also you can screw other people in the way that you play, and other people can screw you. So I believe that's a very good twist. And of course we are talking about having 3 giant Jenga blocks, so I mean, what can go wrong? This is good content. So, of course, the first team to have their Jenga tower fallen will lose, and in the end, the tower with the most Jenga blocks would win. I would say the prize in the beginning of the challenge for people to know what they are fighting for, because I believe it would be a nice idea for the prize to be a guarantee in the final. And the other 2 would have a match between them to see who would go to the final. Because it's a very good and requested game, I would go for marbles. You already made the marbles in Squid Game, you already made the marbles in 1 to 108, and it's a very nice video, a lot of tension. I would just make them play marbles. And then we would have our 3 finalists. In the beginning, we had 20 people in this huge desert island. Now we are down to the final 3, and of course doing like those rewind footages where we would see all the other eliminators, and then we would jump to our 3 finalists. I would play a very interesting game. I never saw this game being played, so I don't know quite how well it would be, but it's a mashup of 2 final games that we already saw in Mrbeast. So the game would be, everybody would have a random order and they would choose 1 of 3 cases. Then they could see their own case, and they know that in 1 case there's nothing, in another case there's $100,000, and in the 3rd case there's the island, the amazing prize of the desert island.
5 briefcases. 4 have nothing in it. 1 has $1 million check inside of it. Take your blindfolds off. Come grab a briefcase and take them back to your podium. All right, everyone, look inside your briefcase.
Then they would have 5 minutes to talk with each other, and they would tell the truth, lie, poker face, whatever. But the game would be, you have 2 options. Either you keep your briefcase or you steal the briefcase of someone. Let's assume contestant A, B, and C. Imagine I'm contestant A. I would have a keep button, a steal to contestant B, and a steal to contestant C button. And what would the possibilities be? If everybody wants to keep it, they all keep what they have in their briefcase. And of course, who has the island wins. If only 1 person steals, then that person trades the briefcase with the person they choose. If 2 people choose to steal, then they could not steal from the person they wanted, but they would have to trade with each other. And if everybody chose to steal, no one gets anything. Yeah, very dramatic, I know. So, of course, in the end, if we have people with the briefcases, people would just open them and we would get to know who's the lucky one that got the briefcase with the island. And if everybody chose to steal, then they wouldn't get the island, but Mrbeast would say something like, I'm determined to give away this island, so stick for the next video. And of course, we could think together what the next video would be if the island doesn't get given away. Hope you enjoyed it, and that's my pitch idea. Bye.
That was the video. What do you think? Do you think my ideas are good enough to make the cut, or just scratch the surface of what is possible? Comment down below. Now, Mrbeast responds. I sent this video to Mrbeast on January 8th, and since then I'm waiting for a response. No yes, no no, not even a maybe was sent by Mrbeast or his team. I sent another application just a couple days apart and they responded 5 days later. Why did it take 5 days to respond to one application and it's taking more than 9 months to respond to another? I bet they receive a bunch of applications. I'm not saying it's an easy task. I'm only saying I sent this video to Mrbeast to be able to sleep at night. This would be a dream job for me. I would like to live my life without wondering, without the what ifs. What if I was able to be in Mrbeast's team and never tried? Well, as it stands, I'm still wondering, and I promise you that if I ever get a response, you will be the first to know.
Very dramatic, I know.